Okay. Okay. We wanted to add an additional state, and that state was going to be roll. So here we have idle, run. Yeah, I guess we want to be able to roll if we're in the idle, run, crouch, and crouch walk. And each one of these are fine. Okay, let's just add another case here. We're going to be looking at player state dot crouch. No, dot roll. Okay. We do not want it to run through, so we'll use the break keyword. And while we're in the state, we want to switch to our roll. Let me look at what type of sprites that I have access to. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look. Got whatever that is. I think I made one. It looks pretty silly as well. This one. I mean, it looks better for sure, but it's terribly animated. You know what? If I could pass this off, I'd rather have something like that. It's gonna look a bit goofy. Not sure if it matters a whole lot, but I do want to get the impression here. I guess I just need it to be good enough, really. That animation looks absolutely atrocious, but it should be okay. You know what I could do? I could take the jump and the roll and kind of mesh them together. Maybe I'll just use this. I think it'll be fine. Okay, so we need to use our, not our transition, but our on entry. So set on entry animation, and we want to use the player 1 sprite, and we're going to be assigning the SPR, roll. Oh, I haven't added the roll yet. Oh, well, that's a problem. I thought I had done that already. Okay, I guess not. We need to go to our player code over here. Well, that's interesting. I could have swore I already added it. Okay, scripts. Let's go to our where did I put it? Actually, I think I added it just in the player code in the create event. Yeah. Oh, but you know what? I'm using this that I need to throw away in the trash can. This is a piece of crap. It's no bueno. So this is a sprite. We're going to call this roll. Dot roll. And the same thing needs to. Yeah, because this undefined doesn't work at all. I thought it would work and it didn't work at all. So we're just going to make it into a struct for data. So that's just updating the constructor. And then here we need to add the roll. It looks like I had already added roll here. But it was before I had defined it. Okay. So I'm using player 2. I don't have roll defined yet. So on this one, I do have it defined. Let's see. Yeah, we're not going to use roll 3. I mean, I guess we can. It's fine, actually. It's fine. I'll use that. So I just need to grab roll now. But I thought I hadn't, but I did. I had already assigned it. Okay. That's a bit awkward because it's not showing up here. Oh, now it is. Okay. Okay, so we've set our animation on entry. And then while we're in here, we want it to play once. And then once the animation is done, we want it to kick us out and then enter into any of the 4 different states. So we're going to want, let me do it like this. We're going to want a roll to air. Like if you roll off of a ledge, we're going to want to roll into crouch. If we're holding the down button, we'll want to crouch. I guess crouch into, I think just roll into air makes sense. Roll into crouch makes sense. And then roll into idle and run also makes sense. Right? And all of this needs to be encompassed into an if statement that says if, and we're looking at the image index. Let's see here. We want this guy. If the current frame is greater than or equal to the image number, and image number is going to be the total number of frames. So if our current frame is greater than or equal to the total number of frames minus 1, because the image index starts at 0, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3, so forth, whatever. Okay, so once the animation is over, it's going to kick us into one of these states. That's what I want. Okay. And that's really it. You're not really doing anything in here. Yeah, we're just changing this. And the second it's over, you're just going to get kicked out. So, okay, so the first one is to get into air state. It's basically going to be an if statement, and it's going to say if you're not on ground. All right. If you're not on the ground, then we're going to transition you, set transition. We're going to put you into player state air. Okay. And for crouch, it's going to be if you're holding the button down. So else if. Whoops. Don't need this. There we go. For crouch, it's going to be if you're holding the down button. So if key down. Okay. So if you're pressing the down button, then you're going to get set transition to player state dot crouch. And then this is going to be kind of a 2-part. Can you do else if? No, it just says else. So let's just do if and then add an else to begin it in front of it. And then else if. For crouch, we want to be on the ground and key down, not just key down. That'd be really silly. So we need to be on the ground and pressing the key down. Otherwise, it'd be really silly. And for running, we need to be just on ground. It's only going to be one of these. So for this, I need to split it into two, which is going to be run if our x speed. So if our x speed is basically just not 0, right? So not equal to 0. That means that we're moving. So if we're moving, then I want to transition. So transition to running. So player state dot run. And then basically otherwise, we're going to go to set transition to idle, right? I think these are the only three that I want to use. So I want to transition into the roll state. I want to assign the sprite. The index, the image speed. Then once it's done, I want it to kick us out to the appropriate state. And if you fall off a ledge, we'll put you in air. If you're holding down, then we'll put you in crouch. If you're just moving, then we'll put you in run. Okay, so I think this is all we need. Maybe I'm missing something, but this looks right to me. Okay. Oops. We don't have the action. Okay, we don't have anything putting us into the roll state yet. I forgot to add that. So let's go to our player actions here. I haven't really made anything for it. But essentially right after this needs to be added to this. It's kind of silly that it's out of it, but it's fine for now. I need to redo everything. Okay, this is for our roll. And for a roll, we're going to make it so that if we're on the ground, and we press the roll button and key roll, then we're going to transition to the roll state, player state dot roll. Okay, I think that's how we're going to be doing it. Oops, I put if we're not on the ground. That is not what I meant to do. So if I'm just flying in the air, huh? Okay, that's cute. Look at that. Look at that beautiful. Pow. Pow. Okay. That looks that looks surprisingly good, dude. Oh, that's funny. Wow. Okay. All right, that wasn't too bad. I don't even have to write a script or anything for this. It's really the only two things I want, right? If you're on the ground and you press the roll, actually, let me kind of roll a few things. That's cool. Look, that was pretty responsive. I rolled off, and then I went immediately into the air state because I rolled off. Yeah, that's what I want. That was good. Good foresight there. Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's see. I should not be able to attack while I'm rolling. Nope. But while I'm rolling, I want a slight pause and then a push, like whoop, whoop, you know. Also, I want iframes during. So it's gonna be on entry. Hey, the Immortal Alone says, "Hello, mortals. I don't know why, but the game looks better, even if this is like testing." Yeah, this is testing. No, not really testing. I'm building. I'm building out all the different things I want to add. So, yeah. I'm just working on the rolling. Rolling looks good, but we need to add some iframes. We need to include it into our debug script because we don't have it in there yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, where did I put it? So I don't see it up there. Let's open our scripts here. Wait, no, this is an object. It's one of my controllers. Here we go. Which I still need to get back and refactor this because I have not refactored in forever. First thing we want to do is we want to add the new roll state, which is going to be here. So let's go ahead and add that. Oh. Nope. Oh, come on, you're killing me. There. Okay, so we're not going to be looking at crouch, we're looking at roll. Yep. And the string will be just roll. Oops, there. Okay, so that'll get the text switching to there properly. And then let's add some iframes. So, you know, when I press roll, I don't think I want the iframes this. You know what? I'm gonna have to figure out a way to pass in data into the on entry logic, because the way I have this coded is I don't actually expose the on entry. As you can see right here, it's closed. And I'll have to make a ton of different things to make it. I don't like that. I need to figure out a way to make it easy to inject code in here. Because currently, all I'm doing is this. I'm wondering if I can make a function here and just pass in additional functions. I might want to do that because I want to put the iframes here. Here, why don't I just test? Let me just test it to make sure it'll even work. So I'm gonna make the invulnerability frames. The timer equal to the frames. And I just want to make sure that I'm giving the frames here. Oops, I want to put the player at the beginning. Let's go over to the beginning of the level, and we're going to grab our player on the middle layer, zoom out a bit, and let's grab the player and put him over here, right next to our trap. It'll be easy to test that way. Let's go ahead and relaunch the game. Okay, so when we touch this, we should feel damage. Okay, good. Okay, and we roll, and when I roll into there, I should get iframes. There it is. Now, if I stay there, I should get hurt after. There we go. And of course, I'm getting iframes the entire time, so like I don't want to be. And it's happening because it's not on entry. And there are too many. So I'm pretty sure I have a script for that. Let me find out. I'm pretty sure I do. Let's see. There it is. Source imply invulnerability. Oh, but this is like bare bones. I haven't done anything with. This is probably just a placeholder. I didn't include the amount or anything. Okay, how many iframes am I giving? Because it feels like a million. A full second? Yeah, probably not, right? Yeah, probably not. Nice try. Okay, let's extend this. We need to add a different number of frames. Maybe like a quarter of a second would be fine. Like 20 frames. Even that seems like a bit much. Okay, so we're gonna pass in the target instance here. We also want to pass in the time, like frames, I guess. Call it frames, or just iframes. And we're gonna set the. We need to update. We need to update this variable first. So let's go that equal to iframes. Okay, so we're gonna go into the target instance. I don't actually know. Is this a calling instance? No, I guess not. I have to pass in because I can. Yeah, because it's applying. So I'll put. Oh, you know what? It's not even using my convention here. I kind of like the underscore to show that it's something different, but it's already blue. I don't know that it matters. I usually save the underscore to show that it's a local variable, but it's fine. So first we're going to pass in the number of frames that we want to give, not just use the default frames, and then we're going to update the iframes. Oh, you know what though? I don't know if I like that. No, actually I don't like that. I'm gonna pass in my own iframes. Yeah. I'm thinking here it's gonna be bad if I do that. Okay, so let's swap this. Instead of using here, you know what? Just in case I don't like what I do here. Basically all we're doing is going into the target and adding these frames. Like whatever I pass in, right? So if I pass in 20, we're gonna update the variable with 20. Ah, but that's what I just said. I don't want it to update. Oh, I guess it's a timer. That'll be fine. As long as I don't update the frames, it's fine. Yeah, let's try this. And then we're just gonna call this with the ID and the number of frames. Let's go and try that. We were in our roll state, okay, and we're gonna, instead of doing this, we're gonna do this. I guess I could have just put a number too. I don't actually need a. I guess I don't actually need a script for this, because the calling instance is just itself, right? I guess I can just put ID, and then the number of frames I want. Let's do 20, because it's 60 seconds is a whole lot of frames. So, oh, okay, I should get hit right there. There we go. Okay, let me look at my debug. Does it show the amount of iframes? Yeah. So look up here. If you notice, when I'm rolling, it's filling up. And that's not what I want. And that's because of this. So I'm gonna have to update to pass in things, because doing it manually just is kind of silly. It defeats the purpose of doing this. But we're basically going to be doing it in this case. I'm going to have to update it. It's just I don't like it. So let's just do it now. It's quick and easy. So instead of using this sprite and setting the sprite, instead what we're going to do is we're going to do set animation manually. So we're going to pass in the roll. This is fine. It's going to be 1 for image speed, 0 for the image index. That's the frame we want to start on. This is fine, except we want to add this vulnerability in here. Okay, so then this will only run one time. So you're going to set the animation here, update the player previous so we won't get back into it, apply a vulnerability, and then output the debug there message. And that should be enough. I don't like doing it that way, but let's bring up the debug script. And now when we roll, you should see the iframes immediately decrement, right? I just noticed a bug right now. I got double iframes. That's not what I want. But even this seems a bit much. Maybe that's enough. So like, yeah, I'm still getting hit. Yeah, it's very slight. You can get away with not getting hit for just enough time, like if you time it correctly. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Is it adding the frames once I get hit? Let me see. No, it's just overriding it, which is fine. I don't care. Pow. I get full 1 second of iframes after getting hit. I need to add a flash to that. And then when I roll, I get hit and I can dodge taking damage for 20 frames. Okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. Although I need to figure out a better solution to this because I don't like that every time I want to add something into the logic here. I'm questioning, can I just pass in arguments as functions? That's what I would like, I guess. And this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. You know what? Just for the sake of, I think it's going to break something else that I made, let's go ahead and go back on this word. Let's go backwards. Let's just leave it the way it was. And because we're only adding this here one time, we'll just do it manually. So we're just going to set invulnerability frames. No, the timer equal 20. Which is an arbitrary and magic number. I don't recommend doing this. At 20 frames of 20 iframes. I mean, it's obvious what it is. But you should not be doing this. I should be passing things in. Oh, it's just one time. If I end up making more of it, I'll use it. Okay, so another big thing is I want to make sure that I change the... Not that. Not movement, although I need to fix that as well later. Not that. Not that. Not applying damage or my debug script. Not that. Where is it? I'm looking for my transitional state. There. Okay. So I'm wondering, as an argument, can I pass in functions? I think I can. Right? If I can pass in like 1 or 2 functions, that'd be nasty. Let me ask, actually. I don't know the answer. Oftentimes, I want to include more logic in my onEntry function. Let me give an example. For example, and let's plug in a few things. Let's say, for example, this right here. For example, I want to add iframes. On my roll state, I want to add iframes. Put this to the onEntry. There's another application. Oh, there's multiple applications, but I know I'm also doing that for attack. And where is it? Here. I'm doing it for attack as well because I'm having 3 different ones here. I also do it here, and I don't like it. Thinking that might be... Hey, Cubitter, what's up, buddy? We're just upgrading the player code, bud. We're getting going here. Whoa, why did I leave this massive hole here? I don't know what I was doing there. We're kind of upgrading the player to add more functions. We have a lot now, like a lot. We just added roll. Roll looks good. Look at that. The one thing I'm not liking about it is I'm gonna have to add input buffering to my roll now, because sometimes I'm like 0.15 or something off from before I hit the ground. Like I'm in the air and I want to roll, but it won't let me roll. So I'm gonna have to input buffer that. And I don't want to, but whatever. And I can't roll while I'm rolling. So there's that. I've got everything working correctly, I think. Yeah, everything's looking good. Got my iframes going. You know what? I'm gonna put the iframes on the player. Putting it on the side here is, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, because we can always pass in. What will we pass in here? So we like things like mask index. We only need to do that once as well. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things we only need to be doing once that we want to include into it. I actually don't know what the best solution for this problem is. Let me get my team here. Maybe they can tell me. No, this won't work because we change our state. This will not work. Damn, I actually have to do a whole lot to make that work. Yikes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, god damn it, I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to just do this manually? Because each one's gonna need its own on-entry logic. Set animation is pretty much the same. Resetting the flag is pretty much the same. The debug is the same, but on a few of these we want extra stuff. So on the roll we want iframes. On the crouch, walk, and the crouch we want to change the mask index. And currently by just adding it here, it's going to run every frame, and that's silly. There's no reason to set the mask every single frame, you just need to do it once. So, and I don't know why this bracket is like that. I mean, I could just leave it for later, I guess, because I'm going to have to change my architecture because I haven't run into this problem before, but now that we're here, I'm gonna have to change how things work. Oh, well, you look at that. Someone to kick. I hate the fact that I can't kick him from here. Yeah, I cannot kick him from here. I hate that. Let's just click to reply. How do I ban this guy? I'm gonna have to go to my... Okay, fine. I'll go to my channel. I look at the chat. There he is. Click on this thing. Yeah. Right click here. Block. Report. I want to ban it. I don't want to block. I just want to ban him from coming here. There we go. Ban. Get deleted, bro. Okay. Here, I'm just gonna add it to my to-do list. Add more robust on entry logic. I can't just add an additional on entry after it, because then I'd be duplicating the previous state, and I'd have to remove this code here or add it right after. It'd be a mess. Like, it'd be an actual mess. Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe I just don't. I don't know. Yeah, nothing's coming to mind that's obvious. Maybe I just add input buffering right now. I added it to all of my jumps, and it feels really good. I think I might need to make a script for that as well. Let's go take a look at what I'm doing. I forgot. It's just a timer that runs from my input buffering, and I think I only do it for jumping. But I want to do it for jumping down, hopping through, and also attacking. So it's right here. Jump input buffer frames is 5. It could just be like just input buffering frames. Doesn't explicitly have to be jump. Unless I want to change. I don't really know how I want to do it. Well, let's go take a look at how we're adding it though. I forgot. I'm pretty sure that we just fill when we request a jump. Right? So we press the jump key, and then if we meet the requirements, we fill our input buffer, and then we're constantly decrementing the input buffer every step, right? And then we just make it so that you're able to jump if you've pressed the key or if you still have time on your buffer. So I think we're going to use that same pattern here. I need to make a generic one where I can just apply it to anything. That's probably what I'm going to do. It makes sense. For now, I'll just kind of inline it, I guess. It's kind of nasty, but dude, it's late. I don't really feel like doing anything right now. Okay, so I'm just going to borrow all the jump logic for now. Okay, so let's go to my attack here. And we're going to say if, if I press the key to roll, right? If I try to roll, I'm going to fill my... Oh, no, it's got to be a different... It can't be the same one, dude. They need to be separate inputs. I can't use jump buffer for it. It's... Because different things will be they'll be buffered. Okay, well I don't have anything here for jumping. Here, I'll just do it here. Let's just do it here, or after jump. Yeah, maybe just after jump here. We'll do roll. Yeah, just roll input buffer. Roll. Buffer. We'll have a timer, and then we'll have the amount of frames. And we're just gonna say 5. We'll change it around if we need to, but for now it's fine. And then let's go back to our step event here. And what we're saying is after... Okay, so when we press the key to roll, we want to fill up those input. So we want to go roll input buffer timer equals the frames. Right? So we press the roll key, we fill up our buffer. And then here, if you're on the ground and you're either key roll, either you're pressing the button to roll, or if you have time. So if the timer roll input timer is greater than the roll input frames, no. What? 0. Why did I do that? This is ridiculous. It's just supposed to be 0. So as long as I have time left, you can execute the roll. Right? So if you're on the ground and you've pressed the roll key, you can roll. If you're on the ground and you press the roll key like up to 5 frames before, then it'll still let you roll. Which is, so it's like it saves your input essentially. So now, what happened there? On line 156, expected a what? Oh, why did it delete my second parentheses? Hello? Like there should be 1 here, and there should be 1 on the inside. That's awkward. So I should roll. Yes, that feels so much better, dude. Uh-oh. But now I'm getting like... now I'm getting like infinite amount. It's because I'm not consuming them, huh? Yeah. Okay, so once I... Okay, so I press the shift key. If you've pressed the shift key and you currently don't have, so and the timer, your roll input timer is not greater than 0, because we don't want to refill your frames, number 1, if you already have frames. We only want to refill your frames if you don't have any. And then once you roll, we want to remove them. So your timer becomes 0. Right? That was funny. Just flying around, rolling everywhere. There we go. Not really getting it. I need more frames. I don't like that. I don't like that. So the timer is getting all the frames, but I only put in 5. And 5 is not enough. We need to do like 10. Let's see what 10 feels like. 5 is just nowhere near as much as I need it to be. Oh, it's not working. It's not working. Why not? Okay, let's figure out why. Why am I not? Oh, it's because I put on there you need to be on the ground to even give you No, I didn't. I just said if you press the roll key, you get frames. Oh, it's not decrementing. Right, we're filling up our frames, but we're not decrementing every... Yeah, we need to decrement, so... We're just going to say... we're going to say if... you've got time left. So if your timer is greater than 0, then we want you to decrement your timer. Right? Yeah, we could do this on one line. I feel comfortable just doing it on one line. We're not doing much here. Okay, so basically what we're doing here, I could do this on one line as well. Okay, so we're filling up roll input buffer. And then after refilling it, god damn it, I hate that. Then we're going to decrement timer. Right? And then here we're executing the roll. Executing the roll. Let me look at my conditions. To get your input buffer timer, all you need to do is press roll and not have any buffer frames, right? Wait a minute, this might be an issue here. Roll input buffer. No. This cannot be. It needs to be less than or equal to 0. We need to not have any time. Am I getting it? I feel like I'm getting it. Let me set it. Let me put a inspector here. Let's go. Let's print this out here just so we can see what's happening. Show buff. Show debug message. And we're gonna output our roll buffer timer. That's basically all we want to do. Let me just add some text on it real quick. We'll put like roll debuff, input buffer timer, and then we'll add that on there. And then we should be able to see roll input buffer is 0 currently, right? And then we roll, we get no time because we immediately remove it once we hit the ground. So what we want is to get it while jumping, but we're not getting anything. Oh, we're nowhere near the bottom of our... It's getting away from us. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we're going to need to relaunch this, I think. I lost the ability for it to stick with it. Okay, so when I jump... Yeah, I'm getting the frames there. Why am I only getting 5? Input buffer is 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it goes away. So 10 is just not enough? Is that basically what I'm getting at? Okay. Let's do something silly, like I'll give it 100. There. Okay. There it is. Yes, that's what I want. Yep. Basically what I'm doing right now is I'm in the air and I'm pressing jump like when I'm nowhere nowhere near the ground, so that it saves my input for the jump or for the roll, and then it activates. Right? So jump, or I'm sorry. I'm going to roll and then take my hands off the keyboard. Roll, take my hands off the keyboard, and then it rolls. So obviously 100 frames is too much, but now we at least know it's working. So let's go ahead and track. So here we go. 99, 98, 97, so on and so forth until we consume it. It looks like you need, I don't know, a good amount, man. Like 20 frames of this, which is fine. Let's go 20 frames and see how that feels. I just don't like pressing roll and then nothing happens. Yeah. Like when I think I should roll, I should roll. I don't want it to be comical where you're rolling when it's nowhere near. This feels much better. Because this is going to be fun to play with. Can you imagine just jumping through the level, just rolling around and stuff? That's really what we want, is fun factor. Okay, let's take a look at our timers here and see what we're coming up with. 19 to 14. So we're actually only using 6-7 frames here. And we're decrementing the first frame, which is dumb. So I'm actually gonna switch the order. Let's see the other one. Okay, we're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're using 10 frames here. Ooh, we actually got down to 9, so we just 10 frames there. Okay, so somewhere around 10 frames looks like is what I'm using. Ooh, I use a lot here. 19 all the way down to 3. Okay, maybe 11 or 12. This was like right on the money. Okay. Ooh, that one went down really low as well. Okay, so 20 might be a bit comical. Let's do 15. That might feel a little bit better. Also, we need to change the ordering to not decrement until later. Because we're decrementing right here. And that means it's taking away 1 frame the second we get it. Which, in my mind, doesn't make sense. So we're going to put it up here. And now basically what's going on. I like that like this. Okay, so now what's going on is, you know what? I kind of like, while we're decrementing, this to be shown only when we're decrementing. Let me just switch this real quick, and then I'll explain. I kind of like that. Okay. Oops, this is stopping the line, and then I'm doing it again. My bad. There. And then we should probably, I guess, at this point, do that. Okay. So we want to decrement our roll input buffer every frame, but we don't want to do it in the frame where we get the timer. We want to do it on the next frame. So we're going to make this up here, above, when we're refilling or filling our frames. So now we should be rolling, and if you look at the timer here, we're getting 15. Input buffer timer is 14, which is kind of weird. Hold on. There, it's starting at 14. It should start at 15 though, which is kind of awkward. I actually don't know why it's doing that. I mean, it's counting 0. Oh, maybe that's why. I think that's why. Jump. Yeah, that feels good. I could take a little bit away. I think the next thing I want to do with the rolling is give it some additional movement. But I wanted to have a slight stutter. Like you slow down for, I don't know, 5 frames. And then I give you... Okay, so I'll remove 30% of your speed for 5 frames. Then I'll give you 70% increased speed for like 10 frames. Because we have a total of 15 iframes or 20. And I'll just match the iframes. But that looks pretty solid. I love that. I love you can roll. Like, that just looks so much fun. It might look silly, but it's fun. And you know what, though? I'm not able to transition to ledge grab from it. Like... Hold on. Because I can... Hold on. That's kind of cool. Should I keep that or move it? Should I be able to roll and jump immediately after? It's kind of fun. Like, now that I'm doing it, I'm having a good time. I don't know that I want to take that away. That's just fun to do. I'm going to ask my partner right now. All right, let's record. Let's record a little something. Let them know what I'm doing. Let's go here. Grab the screen here. And let's record. All right, I have a quick question for you on the rolling. I added the roll feature now. It's on the overlay as well. And we've got iframes working. If you look over here on iframes, we get like 20 frames of iframes. So if you time it right, you can just not take damage from that guy. Yep, I'm not timing it well. But you can see me, I'm not taking damage. And I can prove it to you, I guess, if you look at the iframes here. As I'm jumping over this, I'm not taking damage. Ow, I did there because I ran out of iframes, but maybe I give myself a little bit more iframes, but it's working. Question, I had a little happy accident. When you're rolling, I haven't done anything with movement, like make you go faster or slower or make you hiccup, but I didn't add the coding yet to prevent you from jumping while you're rolling. So I'm allowing you to jump, and so it gives you the upward thrust, but it doesn't change your sprite. It finishes the roll animation before you go into the air animation, and I kind of like it. So what are your thoughts? So it's kind of ninja-ish, but it's also fun. So maybe I'll have you play, like download the latest GitHub repository and try it out and let me know what you think. But this is actually a lot of fun. So yeah, let me know. Okay, let me just make sure it actually recorded my... Cool, I did. All right, let me send that to my buddy here. Whoops, I deleted it for some reason. Okay, let's go here, there. Let's go ahead and send it to him. I'll do a full video on these. I need to start adding my features into my dev blog again, but I'll do that tomorrow or something. I'll make a bunch of videos and publish them all. But the way I envision it working is I'm already moving really fast. I don't know if I should make you move faster, but I could. Here, let's kind of see what it looks like if I move faster. So basically, horizontal movement is the only thing we're really going to be changing. So let's add a new state here. Dead, crouch. We're not changing hurt? No, we're not. Grab. I guess I can just do it after attack? I don't think the order of these things matter all too much. Let's add a new case. We're going to be doing roll. Player status roll. And let's go ahead and add the break as well. And in here, we want to leave the vertical movement speed the same, but let's actually multiply. We're going to increase here. Change speed. Yeah, we want to change the speed. So direction can still be the direction we're going. But we actually want to multiply this by 1.3, maybe? Wait, what? It takes no more than 2 argument... What? What? Oh, I used the wrong one. I'm using movement. My bad. I meant to use physics. Brain, I'm telling you right now, is just not having a good time. It's too late for me. So we're going to go 1.3. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's better. It's not a whole lot. I'm not giving you like an insane boost. So you look like X speed here, and it goes up to 2.93 instead of 2.25. It's not a crazy amount of extra speed boost, but it's something. And we're not holding it for a long time either. It's pretty slight, but you can tell the difference. I mean, we could make it something stupid ridiculous just to see what it looks like. Let's just do like 2. You get double speed for a few frames. Fine. I mean, even that doesn't look too crazy. It's obviously ridiculous, but my speed goes to 4.50. Yeah, I mean, we're not keeping that. Maybe just like 1.4, like just slightly more speed is fine. You want to feel a push while you're rolling, but you don't want it to be silly. That feels okay. Look at that. I don't know, should I eject you? It's kind of looking a little silly. I mean, it's a game after all. Maybe you should be having fun. But that's kind of fun to play around with. I know people out there that like... Okay, let's look at the implications. If I keep it, people are going to abuse it for speed. Let's see. Not really. Because you drop the second you're done with the frame. You get the 3.15, but the second it's over, you lose it. But you can use it there for a few seconds. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Should I leave it like that? I don't know. I'll sleep on it. It is silly. Oh no, I got myself caught. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm not changing my mask. It does make sense that I change my mask while I'm rolling. Yet another thing that I want to add to here. So mask index equals player 1 We're doing sprite, but we're doing crouch collision mask. There we go. That makes more sense to me now. There we go. But now we need to find a way to set my mask back. Which means that when we eject, we need to add more code there to check above you. It's gonna get messy. So this is cool. But then when we transition out, like here for example, we want the previous mask on here, so we won't be using the crouch collision mask. We'll be using the default collision mask. Yeah. Basically, when we get ejected out, we need to reset the mask. Like that. Oh, what am I doing? No. I just noticed that here, I don't need it here. Because I'm in crouch. Just run idle in default, yeah. There we go. You get a nice little... Uh-oh. Yeah, that's fine. Damn. Oh. Let me see here. I should be able to get through when I roll. Okay. Yep. Let's go here. So I should be able to get killed there, and then when I roll, it still brings me back up though. Yeah, I don't want you to pop back up into run or idle if there's something above you. I think I'm doing something like that already here, which is this. I'm gonna have to write a helper script because I'm just gonna be copy pasting this in. But I mean, this is what I need. I can't be... I don't want to go back to idle. So if you're on the ground, and there's nothing above you, I think I need to get... I don't think I need to redefine this, do I? Because I've already defined it here. And it's using it already. I should be good here. Oh, hold on, I'm missing a second. One of those guys. There we go. I'm like, why? There. Let me move my guy closer over here and I can test it out. Let's put him here. Okay. Let me look at my mask here. Uh-oh. Whoa. It says, what's not set? Local variable not set before reading it. Oh, because it's set here, but not there. This is set here. In this if statement, in the crouch, but it's not set in crouch walk, is it? Oh, no, it is. Oh. Okay, well. I also have to do it when I roll. This seems a bit silly, to be honest. Yeah, I need to make a helper function for that. It makes no sense why I would be doing that. Roll. Okay. Doing it 3 times. Uh-oh. What? What? Assignment operator expected. Where? 354, you got. Else if from here to here, not place meeting from there to there. What is it talking about? This is this. This is. Huh? Assignment operator expected. Where? Huh? I'm confused right now. It's the exact same thing I have here. Why? I'm just checking above me. What? Why do you need this? Expected a parentheses and got a curly brace instead. What are you talking about, dude? Unexpected else expression. What are you talking about? This guy's drunk. Here, let me get some help here. I don't see the issue at all. What? Why? What the heck? Why is it set to idle? That's awkward. Why would it be idle, comparing idle? I don't know why I did that. It should just be comparing default. Default collision mask with the crouch. And so, I mean, all of them should be doing that. I don't know why I did that. Why is it like that? This one's doing it same thing here. Oh. Should not be comparing idle. Should be comparing... Why did I remove my period? There. That looks good. This looks good. There should be one more. And that's why I need to change it. The fact that I need to write this 3 times is just dumb. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because I'm gonna be do the difference between the collision mask and the sprite. Not idle, because I don't really care about idle. Why did I do it that way? Okay, let's try this again. It's still... What the heck? It's still happening. Huh? Why? I'm comparing... I'm in my roll state, and I'm comparing my default collision mask with my crouch one. What? No, what I'm trying to do is this. How about this? Oh, you're not letting me copy? Select all, copy. Maybe the code is just clean code. It won't even let me compile. What the heck? I don't see what the issue is. What? It is? I don't see the issue. It says here, unexpected else expression. Why is it unexpected? Oh, it's because of this. It's because of this. Facepalm. There should not be code in between here. Lol. It should be above the if statement block. Oh, I still saw a flash there. Let's try it again. Roll. Oh, it brought me back in it. I can't tell. Here, let's try again. Oh, it still allowed me to come up and killed me. Yep, it killed me again. That's not good. It's gonna kill me. Because I'm basically gonna compare the default collision mask and this, and then check above me. Wait, is that... Did I do that same issue up here? Let's find out. Nope, I did it right here. Before I even did my if statement, I did it above it. Same thing here. Okay. Okay, so I don't allow you to get into the idle or run state if there's something above you. You know what I'm going to do? If your speed is 0, no, it's not 0, run if it is there, but I'm not going to do the check here. I'm not going to do the check there. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to make it take precedent. This is going to turn into an else if, and I'm going to add an additional else here. And I'm going to say here, if there's something, if there's not anything above your head, no, if there, oh, that's what it is. I wrote it wrong. Wait. If there's not a collision above you, then transition into those states. What do you do if there is one? If there is a collision above you, then I want to put you in crouch. Wait. I can go back. Hold on. If there's not a collision above you, put you in this. But what happens if there is? Right? If you're on the ground and there's not a collision above you, if you're moving, go run. If you're not moving, okay, but if there is, I want to put me in else. Put me into crouch. Just transition me into crouch. There, let's try that. Oh, there we go. That looked like it worked. Oh, no, it did not work. Yeah, it's not working. God damn it. What am I doing wrong? Okay, let's remove this. Did nothing. This is also doing nothing, by the way. Basically, you know what I could do? Is not transition you into idle or run at all. Always transition you into crouch. Which is going to be kind of weird, though, because you're not pressing the down key. That's weird. So if you're not on the ground, you go in the air. That makes sense. Otherwise, if you're on the ground and you're pressing down, you go into crouch. That makes sense. And then if you're rolling and the animation's over and you're going to get kicked out into either the run or the idle, if you're moving, put you in the run. If you're not, in the idle. But the thing is, I don't actually want to put you into the idle or run state if there's something above you. So it needs to be that there's nothing above you. And that's not the case. So, like, I don't know, plus 20 or something? It would be above you. It'd be minus. Yeah, he just rolls twice. That looks... I mean, I'm no longer getting crushed, which is cool. But also, I'm just flying across. I mean... Yeah. This is basically what I want, but... I don't know if I like that. Because, one, you're not pressing the button. Okay, so... I guess I put you in the crouch. Yeah, let's put you else. I'm gonna put you in crouch. Transition to chase. No. Set transitional state. And let's go into the crouch state. Let's just see what it feels like. I don't think I'm gonna like it, but let's just yeah. And the reason why I don't like it is because you immediately lose your mask. Okay. Let me check the crouch state. I should not be able to transition if there's something above me. Yeah, I'm doing that. Hold on, did I not do this right? No, it's putting me in there, look. Pow. Why? Yep, it's letting me... Okay, well that's not good. Why is it not working? It was working before when this was set to idle, and now it's not, and now it's not working. Okay, let's go look here. Sprites. Default collision mask. It should be this. It was working before though. That's weird. Why is it no longer working? Let's see, what's idle? What was idle? Is it just adding more space? And we can wrap this in here, by the way. We don't need to... This seems just retarded. Hold on. What am I doing? Hold on. I don't need to do that. I'm literally doing here. And it's going to return a real number. I could just say -10. Right? I think this would work. Uh-oh. That didn't work. In fact, it destroyed everything. I basically want to give myself another 10 pixels above my head. Is all I'm saying. And when I go here, I want another 10 pixels above my head. Something happened where it used to work and now it's not working. Right? Yeah, it's still... I'm still flashing. Okay. But why? The question is why? If you're on the ground and there's not something above you, transition to either here or here. But why is it that it allows me to transition? Wait. The F. It's not removing the 10 from here. There. I don't know why it's not... Why isn't it working? It does work for like a second. And then it just stops. Height difference. Because this used to be idle. And the second I switched it to default mask, now it's all effed up. So what was idle at? Height is 37. So there's 1 pixel missing from there. And 2 above. That can't be right. It's way more than that. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1 at the bottom is 8. I'm missing 8 pixels. Why is it 7? Height is 37. So it's 29. And what is this? Why does it say height 37? 0 to 37, because including 0. This is not that. Neither is this. I think maybe it's because the difference between these two masks are so little. Is that what it is? I don't know. The height, they're both 37. The height of this guy is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. The bottom is 21. No. Is 35. Top is 8. Is 27. So it's 27 in height. $16 is 16. No, it's 18. So it's like over 10. I don't know why it's not working. Alright, this is gonna be like the last bit for tonight, because it was working before and now it's not working at all. I don't actually know why. The only thing I could think of is this used to be idle. Wait a minute, what's this? What the heck? Dot crouch. Was that the problem? That this mask wasn't actually being set correctly? Wait, I wonder if that was a problem. Why is it crouch collision mask? It should just be crouch. Mask index. Again, why is it crouch collision mask? It should just be crouch. Oh, no, no, no. No. That's why it's not working. It's crouch collision mask. Okay, so that's fine. Crouch collision mask is fine. Yeah, crouch collision mask is correct. This is the reason why. Because I'm comparing crouch and not crouch collision mask. Yeah, that's the problem. You should not be comparing crouch. I want to be comparing the difference between the two masks. There we go. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now I don't want that second roll. So now that I know it was my fault, here. So what happens if there is? If there is, we want to get thrown, transition, set transition into player crouch. Player state dot crouch. It could be moving, but we don't want to continue rolling is a problem. No. No. Or actually, yeah, that actually worked. Yeah, like that. Yes, exactly. You roll, and it stops you instead of rolling like a crazy maniac. And actually, I can make that even better. I can go. I can say that if you're moving, so if your X speed is not equal to 0, means you're moving, then I'm going to set you to set transition to player state dot crouch walk. This might be wrong, but otherwise I'll put you in here. Else here. This might be looking a little disgusting, but just want to see if it'll put me in. Yes, it will. Yes. Yeah. Now I'm not stuttering. That's cool. That looks fantastic. Okay. Basically gonna say if there is something above you, transition into crouch states. Right? If there's nothing above you, then you just go as normal, no problem. But if there is something above you, then we don't want you to release your mask and then get stuck. Oh, it allowed me to do it right there. I don't know why. Oh. Why is that? What, now you don't want to... Okay. So if it's moving, I think we want to add like a buffer, like a pixel or two to it. Right? Like we should probably add one additional pixel. Maybe even two, but let's try with one. We're just going to do 1 pixel above the difference. Okay. I'm not seeing the issue yet. Oh. Okay. That was already standing. That was... I don't know. I mean, it's gonna crush you. Okay, maybe check 2 above you. I don't want you getting crushed. So it definitely won't crush you when it's coming down. It's just... It's like the 1 frame... Crush. Crush. Because I was already up. Yeah, I mean, you really have to go out of your way to get crushed. Like right there. You have to roll and hold down. Do I even want to... Like, maybe I want them to get crushed. I don't want to make it too easy. Just hold down the key. Maybe I just allow you to get crushed. Yeah, I'm just gonna allow you to get crushed. Maybe not. Just... I'm gonna lean towards the player, I guess. It's fine. I need to add some comments, though, to kind of tell the system what it is I'm trying to do. So I'm able to roll, and as long as I hold down, I'm fine. Yeah, that looks good. So I can, like, enter, crouched. Oops. You can also roll into it and then crush. Crush. I can make it so that it just puts you, like, auto ducks you. But I just want to make it so that you can't go up. Like, if you're just standing up, like, you're an idiot. But you shouldn't be able to go back down. It's just 2 pixels. Does it matter? I don't know. I took it off here. Oh no, I never added it here. Oh, I never added it here. That's why. I only added it to crouch walk. No, let's take it off. I mean... No, because I already do some helpful stuff for you. Okay, so... If you're rolling... You have idle here. No, run here. Idle here. But then if there is something above you, I just want you to get transition back. That's essentially all I'm saying. Here, let's do it like that. Roll. Stay in roll. I'm just gonna say stay in roll. Stay in roll if there's something above you. Stay in roll. Oh wait, no. Stay. It's roll into crouch. It's basically roll. Avoid getting crushed. Stay. Transition to crouch if there is a wall above you. So basically, you're going to go to air, crouch, or idle run. However, if there's something above you, we won't let you transition. We'll just put you in one of these guys just to help the player out a little bit. It's not massive, but it will avoid you standing up. So, like, it'll avoid that. But it's not going to help you if it's going to crush your head. Okay. That looks pretty solid. All right. Let me just kind of do this. No. I want to do video. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to make it, well, not going to make it, I've already made it, so that when you roll, it won't put you back in the idle state. I'm sorry. When you roll, you won't stay in the roll state if there's something above you. If there's something above you, it won't transition you out of the roll state. No, it'll transition you out of the roll state, but you won't go into idle or run or jump. So like when you jump, when you roll, you hold on, just God, what am I trying to say? I'm being like massively tongue tied here. It's bedtime. It's bedtime for sure. Okay, I added a little bit of polish to the roll. So when you roll, you immediately transition into either the idle, the run, or the air state, depending on where you're at, right? So if you're moving, or if you're not moving, you go into idle. If you're moving, you go into run. And then if like you jump, you're in the air. Okay, but what happens if there's something above you, right? So when I'm rolling under here, it won't put me into the idle or run if there's something above me. You see how it transitions me into the crouch walk or crouch. So if there's something above my head, it transitions me into crouch walk if I'm moving. If I'm not moving, it just puts me into crouch. I'm going to let go of the button. Oops, I didn't time it there to show you. There. So you can just see how I'm crouching. And then it comes back up. Just to help the player. Of course, if they just stand still like an idiot, they'll still get crushed. You're dead. And if they roll, as it's crushing them, and then they just stay like that, you still get crushed. Like you still have to roll and then crouch yourself. But it just a little bit of help. Just a tiny bit. You can still like roll early and die. So you got to be aware of it. Just something, a little polish. Okay. I'm going to push my changes. This is looking pretty solid. I think I'm going to be done for today. Thanks everybody for hanging out and watching. I'll be back on probably tomorrow and do